In today's lecture, we'll be talking about Hardy Weinberg.
Stop! Tripty, we're in Module 2.
The Ediacaran period occurred as part of the Proterozoic era before the Cambrian period of Earth, starting about 450 million years ago. During this time, the first clearly multicellular life appeared in the fossil record, and Earth possessed a large continent surrounded by sea, called Pangaea.
At the genesis of Earth's existence, the atmosphere was reducing, meaning that there was no free oxygen. At about 3.5 billion years ago, cyanobacteria proliferated by utilizing solar energy to become the first photosynthetic organisms. By using this metabolic process, these organisms created the Earth's first pollutant, oxygen. The abundance of free oxygen and genetic mutations gave rise to the first organisms using aerobic respiration. This is the epitome of Ediacaran fauna.
Overarching physical structures of these organisms consisted of symmetrical and multicellular bodies. Respiration allowed for these evolutions to occur, which also catalyzed the abundance of complex animal species. An animal is considered an ecological engineer. This is defined by being mobile for at least parts of its life and eating other organisms or what they produce.
Characteristics of Ediacaran fauna are that they were tube-shaped, fed by absorbing chemicals from the water through their outer membranes, were soft-bodied, and did not produce a shell or outer skeleton. Their simplicity relative to future organisms would ultimately lead to their demise. A mass extinction is defined as a rapid decrease in the amount of life on Earth in a short time frame. Scientists observed in the fossil record that the transition period between the Precambrian and Cambrian was characterized by the sudden disappearance of the Ediacaran fauna. To explore possible explanations for this event, scientists traveled to Namibia, Africa to observe a fossil record embodying the transition period. It was observed that in the Precambrian rocks dating from 545 million years ago, Ediacaran fossils found in the ash due to their soft bodies were found. But once the Cambrian explosion occurred, these fossils were replaced by other animal species as tracks and burrows. This led to the hypothesis that evolution led to the extinction of the Ediacaran fauna. Contributions that led to this extinction were caused by the complexity of animals' physiology increasing, which led to greater efficiency in metabolic processes like respiration. This resulted in speciation, which in turn cascaded relationships between organisms, such as commensalism, mutualism, parasitism, and competition. During the Precambrian period, Ediacaran fauna dominated the ecosystem. However, during the transition period between the two ages, new animal species were introduced through evolution and speciation to the same habitat. The presence of these new animal species, with their ecological advantages, as those mentioned earlier, yielded competition for the same resources and habitat. Because the more complex animals were better competitors for the same niche, they replaced Ediacaran species over time, which eventually led to their extinction. This event represents the complexity of relationships between organisms, which expose how dynamic these interactions are. The constant movement of species interaction from an individual level and up is representative of the continuous change of Earth's biota. The only question remaining is if humans are altering and outcompeting all other species for the world's ecosystem, are we on another brink of an extinction?